Hey guys! So I know it's been quite a while and I haven't done a video in quite some time for the channel, well over 2 months, and I thought it was time that I gave you guys a video. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my October favorites. So it's been quite some time since I've done a favorites video, and I didn't do a September favorites because I couldn't find anything really that I purchased and that I really liked through the month of September. However, through the month of October, a lot of new things came out and I fell in love with several of those things, and I decided that I would go ahead and share those with you. So I'm going to start off kind of simple here. The very first thing is going to be my favorite purchase. Because it is the largest thing that I have in here for the video, I figured I would get it out of the way so that I can show you guys. So my favorite purchase for the entire month, and it has been so useful, especially because we do Friday night movie nights with myself and my 2 teens. And so we have the 2 big couches. However, everybody likes to kind of crash out there. So we like to have an extra place that we could lie down and just totally chill for movies. And I ended up getting this. This is a Coleman cot. So it's a little fold-up cot. As you can see, it's got a nice little cushy thing here. And it folds up, and it's really light. Like, it is so light. And it's easy to just fold up, bring out into the living room, and then fold away and put away the next morning. Alright, let's go into my favorite treat this month. My favorite treat this month. Now, we got something from the UK a little while ago, and I actually did a video on it. I just have not uploaded it. We did a UK candies testing, like Americans Try UK Candy. And I did that with the kids. Of course, there was some over-dramatic moments in that video, but there was something that came in the UK candy I'd never tried before. I'd only heard of it in the Chronicles of Narnia. And I had no idea what exactly a Turkish Delight was. And what Kat ended up sending us, I think it was Kat that sent it to us. Hope I'm not wrong about that. But she sent us a gift package from the UK, and it was filled with lots of candies, including Turkish Delight. These I'm in love with. They are made with a rose flavor, so they do taste like a bouquet of roses, which you'd be surprised is absolutely delicious. And they became an immediate favorite. I tasted it, it took me a second, and then I was just like, I took another bite and I said, this is good. So I'm not a big fan of milk chocolate, American milk chocolate, I should say. And this milk chocolate on this just goes so good together with the rose jelly that's inside the middle of it. I am in love with Turkish Delight by Fry's. I tried another Turkish Delight candy, wasn't so great. This one I found is the only one so far that I've really liked, so I ordered these on Amazon and got a big packet of these that came in together. So, absolutely delicious. Alright, let's go down the list here. The next one we're going to talk about is my, I should say, my beauty favorite. And that is going to be my Zoella Candy Cream Softening Body Lotion. I am in love with this stuff. I ordered this in the month of October. Actually, I ordered it in September and it didn't come until October. And I got to try this. And I did an unboxing video of these. And I'm in love with this. It is, first of all, the scent is just over the top. I absolutely love it. Secondly, it makes your skin feel amazing. So it is a definite, gotta have this, gonna order this again. Alright, now my next favorite, because I had never done this before, and I'd been hearing about them, and people have talked about them, and I always just was like, what is the big deal? And so I dived in and went right ahead and jumped into the Lush department and picked out a few things, and came home and took my very first Lush bath. And all I can say is, love it. Absolutely in love with it. So I ended up getting a couple extras that were absolutely my favorites. This one is the Honeybee Bath Bomb. And as you see, I've already opened it. This is just so heavenly. Like, oh, I can't even really describe to you. It's just amazing. It smells, of course, of honey, very sweet honey. And it's just, it smells like an absolutely delicious bowl of oatmeal or porridge, some other people call it. I love it. Yeah, it is amazing. But my absolute favorite, like top of the line, top above it all favorite one is the one that is called Twilight. I thought it was funny because it was called Twilight, and of course, as you can see, I'm a Twilight fan. But it had nothing to do with that, and that wasn't the reason why I picked it. I picked it because of its scent. And the cuteness about this is it's got these little stars and moons all over it, and it smells a little bit like baby powder and lavender. There's some other stuff in there. I know there's got to be some chamomile in it. And all I can tell you is this is a scent that is perfect if you want to just sit back in a really hot bath and completely unwind while reading a really good book. This is the bath bomb to do it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is my favorite game this month. I have done several things throughout the month. I have actually played this game repeatedly for quite some time, and I hadn't played it in a really long while. I had quit playing it probably for a little over a year or more, and I am in love with this game. And I ended up going back to it because a friend sent me a request and asked me if I would please help her out by sending something to her. And I was like, I don't even play that anymore. I said, but I'll go check it out. I haven't been on there in a while. And that would be Dragon City. So Dragon City is it's just a game where you go in and you buy islands and you breed dragons and you hatch these eggs, and the more dragons you have, the more money you can make, so therefore the more things you can do. You plant food, you do all these different things, and so right now I'm at 7 islands, which is awesome. And there's now a second world added onto this, so it's just been a lot of fun. And so that's what I have been playing all the month of October. I've become completely obsessed with it again. And usually after I'm done with my schoolwork, I'll sit back and play Dragon City until I've exhausted all the things that I can do for the day, and then I'll play it again the next day. And then let's get into my favorite book. This month, for the month of October, it actually came out a bit on the later end of October, but I am in love with it. I've actually listened to it twice through now, and I ended up getting it through Audible. I was going to actually buy it to read myself, but then I found out that the author was the one reading the book to you, and I could not pass it up. And it is Binge by Tyler Oakley. And so Tyler Oakley wrote this book, and then he reads it as well. And I can't imagine having to go through and read this book on my own. He just makes the entire story come alive. There's moments where my heart broke with him, and moments where I really laughed really hard with him. There are some absolutely amazing moments in the book. Just to hear the things he's come up from, amazing. Such a strong young man, and I would recommend definitely getting this book. There is a couple of things here. I'm going to go ahead and tell you my favorite TV show. My favorite TV show this month, and I was ecstatic. I thought I was going to come unglued when I saw this come up. Now, I don't watch regular television like cable or anything like that. We watch through Netflix. And so on Netflix, there is a Netflix series called Hemlock Grove. So, I'm absolutely in love with Hemlock Grove. This series is amazing. If you're into the crazy wolves and vampires, it's not, they don't call them vampires in there, they call them oupires. And so, which is another term for vampire, but if you read the mythology behind it, there's a lot of differences between a vampire and an oupire and those type of things. So, definitely a must watch. I'm totally in love with this series. Favorite movie for the month of October. I loved and have seen it now 3 times. Crimson Peak. Crimson Peak, when I saw the previews for that, if anybody else has sat and watched the previews, came across as an amazingly freaky horror movie, which I totally dig. However, let's just say the movie is amazing. Alright, something I actually have not done before, and I think this is going to be the last thing on the list. So let's make sure we've covered everything. Yep. This is the absolute last thing on the list. I wanted to save it for last because, like, I've always been a believer in save the best for last. And it will be this month's, or October's, favorite YouTuber. My favorite YouTuber this month for the month of October is Meg Says. Meg Says is a young lady from the UK. She is amazing. She does beauty videos, she does haul videos, she does favorites videos, she even does a little bit of vlogging. I am in love with this young lady. She has a voice that is so soothing. When I hear her talk, it's so relaxing. I mean, it just makes you feel like you're extremely calm and relaxed, and almost like you're sitting right there in the room with her and like she's your best friend. She makes you feel extremely welcome when you're watching her, and she is just, I'm in love with the fact that every time she does a video, she always has a cup of tea, and which I'm a big believer and a lover of tea myself, but she always has her cup of tea with her. And one of the things that I have to say that I admire the most about her is that she has what they call a silent chronic illness, and she is amazing. This young lady takes time to make videos and put them out there, even while struggling with her own body, knowing that there's days where if she does just a little too much, she's going to pay for it for an extended period of time by her body hating her in return. And yet she still does the best she can and pulls herself together and does these amazing videos with such amazing zest in her that it is, you can't help but fall in love with her. And I love this fact about her because it reminds me of my son. My son has cystic fibrosis, so he struggles with that on a daily basis. And even though he has that struggle, and even though he has to be hooked up to a machine at night, and even though he has to take medication every day to breathe correctly, he goes out there and he plays football, and he is a team member, and he is a runner because he loves track and field. He does things with his day that most people would, you know, be dying if they had an illness that was fighting their own body. And so watching Meg and seeing her on her channel making these amazing videos, I can't help but admire the young lady and absolutely love her in the month of October. She did a lot more in the month of October than I think she's done in previous months, so it was a great thing to get to see her a little more often throughout the month of October. I'm very drawn to her videos, so as soon as I see one go up, I stop everything I'm doing and I click it and I watch it, because she just draws you in. Her voice is amazing and it's soothing, and she's gorgeous to top it all off. So I just want to say thank you guys for coming and watching my video, and I will leave the links to several of these items as well as to Meg Says down below, and go check her out and let her know that Marie TJ sent you. And yes guys, we will talk to you all later. Alright, if you like this video, give it that thumbs up. And if you haven't already guys, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And thank you for watching. Bye!